Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. Today is Monday and it's another day in the 100-day project. What am I going to do today? Well, I've kind of been playing and I've discussed this before. I need some tags and I need some journal spots, and it's to get a good amount, it is almost like a mass make. So I kind of started on that, and then I decided that, hey, you know what, I should actually record this. This one is terrible. And show you what I'm doing. So what I did, I don't know if you remember all these cards from yesterday. So I am covering them. I am just using book pages, music paper. I am using my Sears Roebuck catalog. Like, they make wonderful, wonderful journal spot covers. And you can just pick and choose which pages you want to use. So I think they're very, very cute. And they're great decorations for in your journal. Like, look at this one. Look how lovely that is. It has the ladies on there. This one is the, actually that's the cover for one of those, the cards. And so I put the ladies on there, and so this can go over top. Let me find a piece of something. So let's say this is your page. You can just put this over top of it, and you have a lovely journal space over the page journal space. I'm going to zoom you out just a little. Right there. That's a little better to see. So I've made a lot. This is also the back, like the packaging for the little cards. Isn't this cute? This is from a Reader's Digest book for a shabby chic journal. Like, add some lace to it. Decorate it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful journal spot. So I'm also okay, so I also did these. Well, that's the wine ones. And so how I go around the edges to get them to be nice and smooth is I just sand them down, and then I can just take all the little bits of paper right off of there. So I cut as close to the edge as I can, and then I sand it down, and I've done that for both of these. And it just comes off super easy. Let me show you how I do one of these, and then we'll go and do some mass making. So these two I am going to use for tags, and this is a heavier piece of cardstock that I used. I believe it is, I don't know how heavy it is, but it is very thick. And then this one is a little thinner, but it's okay, it will work. And I had to make a couple of fixes because it was kind of bubbling, and I see there's another bubble here, so I still have to fix it a little bit. But it's just a full page of the Sears Roebuck catalog, I think. Isn't that cool? And this one, like with the perfume bottles, I thought it was adorable. If you watched my video the other day where I was making these So the little perfume bottles, I can put those on there as decoration. And yeah, like there's some journals that can be a little girlier. So that's what I've been working on, and I have a few more cards left to do. So I have those, and I thought I would do some of these as well because I used those the other day and I really like how that turns into journal cards. So let's just carry on. I'm just going to show you how I do this. So I cut as close to the edge as I can without cutting through the card. That is really the key point. And this is a printable, or this is a digital by Shabby Dabby Duda. This is the Shabby Chic kit, and I really love the colors on it. They're just so soft pink, and every page is different, which is really cool. And you can print them however you want. Like, that is what I like about the digitals. So I will put the Shabby Chic kit on one side, and then I did the Totally Dotty on the other side, and you get some lovely double-sided pages. So I was thinking that maybe I am going to do some mass make Mondays for a little while. I need a few things, like I need like pockets, and I need well, right now journal space, I need tags, so I want to just do a couple of mass makes and create some items, and then like that's going to speed my journal up a lot, or my journals. So that's how I do that. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with how I do this. Let's just go and mass make some. These can go in my little stash here. I have a stash right now starting. So for these, I can keep the back. I'm okay with that. If I want to put stuff on it, I can put some labels on here or whatever, but I don't like the front. And this is going to be a pocket or a tuck, so because I'll glue it like a pocket or a tuck, so that's fine. I don't need to do anything on the inside, but I need to cover the front. So I am just going to take this. I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I've been using just straight Mod Podge on it, and it seems to work really well. It's not warping the paper an awful lot, so I like that too. And it is quick. You just take the brush it on, make sure you got a good layer on there, and there we go. Some of the peels from my fingers. Just making sure that there's a good coverage, that all the edges are covered. There. And I'm going to take this piece and just stick it on there. Try and get it as straight as I can. And then I'll just put it to the side to let it dry until, and we'll carry on to the next one. I do make sure to open when they're drying so that they're not sticking together so much. Let's do another one. So how was your weekend? In Canada, it is Labor Day today, so we are not working yet. Kind of strange how we don't work for Labor Day, but it is lovely to have one more long weekend for the summer. Next time we have a long weekend, it will be definitely well into fall. Okay, I have just a totally dotty one, and I am going to cut it in half. And I like it. It has some text on it, and so it's not just a rose color. It is actually, yeah, it has some music lines on it, some text, some words, some headings. It's very pretty. And I'm just making sure that it is very well attached to the card. There we go. And then I'll just open it up, put it away, let it dry. Next. That's kind of how fast this has been going. It is a super easy project. But when you're in the middle of making a journal and you have to stop and make all your ephemera and all your tags and all your journal spots, and it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. So when you have the basis done already and all you have to do is decorate it, that makes life so much easier. Thought I could put it on like that, but that doesn't work. So I'll have to fix it a little bit here. There we go. And it even, like, the Mod Podge seems to even work on the printables or on the digitals. I really like that. I'm just using an inkjet printer, not a laser printer, and it's not really making anything bleed or look strange. You know, if I was to attach, like, of course, if I was putting glue on here, it would bleed and it would start looking strange. But because I'm putting it on the back, it's fine. It doesn't do anything. I have one more of these sympathy cards. There. So are you having one more barbecue today? What are you doing? Did you go camping this weekend? I looked after my grandkids. My daughter had to work and my son-in-law was doing harvest. So then it's Oma to the rescue. Just going to put it right here. I love these, especially the little golden books. They are all going to be a little bit shabby chic. Well, for the most part, they're going to be shabby chic. So this paper is going to work very nicely in them. And if I wanted to, like, I could cover both sides with it. But I really, like, I don't mind that the other side is just plain card. dry really nicely. And then let's grab the scoreboard and we'll turn these into journal cards. I need my stylus. And then I'll just go right there. I am not overly concerned if they are the same length because it's going to go over the page anyway, so they will be like, you won't be able to see both sides anyway. I think I need to use the smaller stylus so that we get a crisper fold. Yes, definitely. I don't know how many do I want. So the little golden books have 4 signatures each. That means that I need 4 journal spots at least per book. So I have 5 on the go right now. So that means I need at least 20 of these. And I have that, but I may as well work ahead a little bit and get going. So I don't know, let me know, like, do you want me to continue showing you what I'm doing with the little golden books? Or would you like me to continue on to a different journal and put that together? I have a sewing journal that is going to be my next plan. And I have a couple of other ideas that I haven't totally worked out yet. The sewing one I know I have figured out. I can also do a shabby chic one. That would be fun. I can also do something that you guys are wanting me to try. Let me know. Give me some ideas. What would you like to see me do? And no, I'm not going to stand on my head. I'm not sure if I want some more of the Sears and Roebuck catalog journal spots, because I really like that. And do you have any idea how many pages there are in one of those catalogs? Okay, so that's done. Put this away. I have some other paper here too. So let's just use up what I have laying here. And then we'll see if I need to go to the Sears and Roebuck catalog again. I may want to do, oh, this one is messy. So I think I want to glue up this side and use this side. I am gluing up the paper on this one because there was already glue on the paper, so I figured, meh, what the heck, I may as well do it the other way around. Most of the time I put glue on to the item that I am covering, and then going from there. Just gonna go around the edges because they keep coming, like they always come up, right? It's so hard to get your edges to stick. So I'm just gonna go like this. Oops. It's okay. See, now you can see like this is bleeding a little bit. It's okay. I'm gonna go back to just, oh, that's gross. Interesting. All right. I'm just going to glue this up really well, making sure to go right along the edges and making sure that there's lots of glue on the edges. So do you have kids that are going back to school now? Are they excited to go back to school, or is it a struggle to get them to wake up and go? So I can get definitely 2 out of 1 sheet. So that's an even bigger bonus. I want to, you know, use my paper up as economically as possible. Even though they're digitals and I can reprint them, it's still my paper, right? And I don't hold on to very many scraps. And I think that might be a problem for September. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet in September. I believe they're going to do scrap timber, but without scraps, that's really difficult. I have some, but nothing where you're like, oh yeah, that's fantastic. That's a nice amount. Do I want to go this way? Let's do one on either side. Put this away. Okay. I'm just going to cut it in half now. Like it a lot. Okay. Oh, I like this one too. This one is directional though, so I'm going to have to put it like so, and then we'll use the rest of the paper for something else at another point, or we'll just get rid of it. Who knows? Like I said, I don't like holding on to scraps. I have a space issue. So keeping, like, if I keep every piece of paper that would come off my desk, oh my God, I'd be overrun with paper. I like the teacups, so I'm gonna go a little bit like this, so that I get all the teacups in there. I have an Alice in Wonderland little golden book as well, and I want to work on that. I think I have all the paper together now, so I can also start working on creating some ephemera for that. I don't know if I want to do it on camera. Let me know if you want to see me make that, or if you're not overly interested in Alice in Wonderland. Okay, now I have some of the Cara Brandon. So this was Shabby Dabby Doodah. And now I have some of the Cara Brandon palette kit, pink palette kit papers. And I don't know which ones will all fit, but I'm going to see if I can get some of them at least on here. I think this one will work. Yeah. This has been printed on cardstock though, so it might just be a little too heavy. I think this might be too heavy. Yeah. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's go grab the Sears Roebuck Catalogue. So I have two of them, and I definitely used the other one for the first batch, so I may as well use this one for this batch, and then I have a nice mix of the two. I need a piece of cloth to wipe away some of the glue. Well, I guess fingers it is. What do I want to use? I want to use the writing desk. Yeah, I want to use some of the pens. That one. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll probably need 3 pages. Oh, typewriters. No, not bicycles. Horse stuff? I don't want to do horse. Goat harnesses. Hold on. I just saw it. Yeah, goat harness or a dog harness. When I was growing up, we had a dog harness hanging as a decoration in the living room. I remember that. I don't like the guns. I don't want to use the guns. What is this? Silverware. I like the teacups. Well, it's silverware. It's cups, silver cups. This is pretty too for in a ladies' journal. Yeah, let's do that. So I have 3 lovely pages. So I cut them in half. I think 1 card would fit in the center, yeah. Well, my apologies. So we'll just cut these in half. Whoops. Half. Let's not make a mess. Because otherwise we're wasting. Here I am a little bit more careful because, you know, I do want to use these nicely. I don't want to just waste these papers. It's already a shame that I'm using one side and then the other side is gone. That's why, like, I used them in my journals as journal pages as well, and it's absolutely lovely. Okay. Brush. I'll just brush some glue on here. Are you glad that pretty much summer is now kind of behind us? We might still get a beautiful fall and an Indian summer, but are you a spring, or are you a summer person or a winter person? Which do you prefer? I try to get the Sears and Roebuck title in there because I like that. I am definitely not a winter person. If I could hibernate, I would hibernate. But I have chosen to live here, so I am suffering the consequences. Whoa, that's not working. Okay. And at the same time, I don't overly mind it either. I don't like when it's really, really cold. I don't mind if it's like roughly between between 0 and -20. I can handle it. It's not the end of the world. But when we get the stretches of -30, -40, it's pretty icky. And yes, I said icky. So I'm making sure that this is well attached on the edges, on the corners, everywhere, as well as I can get it. Ooh, I have way more than that. Ooh. I may need to find some more. Wow, I went to town here. I will not need journal space or journal spaces for quite a while, I think, or at least until I have my 5 little golden books done, and maybe Alice as well. There we go. I just love these images. They're so cool and so versatile. And for these journals, like, these are wonderful. I am so happy with my 2 catalogs. Like, there. So how would you use, I was thinking that I could use the gun pages in my Bambi journal, but I think that's a little bit much. That's a real sick thought. I apologize. It was a thought that pops into my head. Not enough filter, I guess. Um, but I was thinking about it. How would you use the guns, or would you at all? If you have a great idea, let me know. I may just send them to you. So. And don't get me wrong, I have absolutely nothing against guns. That doesn't mean that I need to use them as decoration in my journals, not even Bambi. Bambi is going to be for my granddaughter. That is, like, yeah. I also have a fire truck one, and I may make something for my grandson out of that. A little golden book. We're talking little golden books right now. This is napkin rings. This is spoons. I'll go with the napkin rings. Lovely. I think I may want to use some of the small images yeah, I'm definitely going to need one more page. I didn't count very well. Whoops. Getting Mod Podge. Really? Well, I guess I'm going to cover the inside here too. Oh, that was dumb. What do I have that I could use? Oh, I have some book page. Let's just put a little book page in there. That was just pure stupidity there. Because now I have to cut around all of this to get the edge. It's not a big deal, it's just annoying. Okay, let's try that again. I love just spreading glue. That's such a peace. This is a peaceful project, you guys. Like, there's no stress. All we're doing is gluing paper to paper and making something pretty. This is going to be a heavy card. can dry. Let's find one more page. Let's move that out of the way for, whoa. Toiletries, hairbrushes, purses. We're making a lady journal. We already have all the silverware. What is this? Trims, handkerchiefs. Hair wigs. Oh, why don't we use one of these? Let's use this one because it has the bustle in there too. Let's use this. The corsets. It's just lovely. Oh, and she just fell. So we'll cut this in half again. And then we have two lovely pages to use. Make sure we use the right side of the card. So it's funny, I bought these and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. I thought they were like cool, but I still don't know what they're really for. You've seen me use them in multiple projects, but I like them. I really like them as journal cards. They just make sense that way. I have lots left, so I'll still have to come up with another project for them. And I still have to complete the folio too that I had started. French model military figure. What the hell is a military figure? Pardon my French. Okay. One more, and then we have the gluing done. It's very difficult when you're doing a mass make video to keep it short. I don't know what you'd be making if you were not taking up time when you're doing a mass make. Folding this in half. I'm going to keep it here because you can see the glare from the light. There. This can go and dry for a while. And we'll take the rest of the pile. And we'll just start cutting around it. And don't cut into the card because then you have 2 journal cards and nothing that you can put over the page. And of course you don't have to put this over the page. You can also just use it in a pocket and use it like that. But I like doing it where you put it around the page, you kind of hug the page, and then you have a pocket and a journal space, right? So let's grab a page. So you put it on there like this. This will be a pocket, and this is your journal space. So that's why I'm not too concerned with what it says on the inside. How lovely is that? So once I'm like this side, once I am putting it into the journal, I may cover it, but I am not sure yet. I have not decided. I may just put book page on there and call it a day. And keep it very simple. Not everything has to be all that elaborate. And especially when you are working in the shabby chic style, you know, less is more sometimes. And you can do a lot with some lace and some book page and some pretty digitals. So I like that too. It's a little crooked, but you know, it's hard to get things to sit straight. Which reminds me, last week, one of our construction guys was working on a project in front of my desk, and he was working with the laser, and I asked him if he was straight. I was like, yeah, I just realized what I asked. Like, yeah, not very bright. I love these. And they'll get, like, this is just a base. So they'll get more decorations on them when they go into the journals. Of course they get more decorations on them. But the whole idea behind a mask make is that you have all the bases ready to go. And I saw Tina from Shabby Dabby Judah work on, like, she had so much mask make, and then she did 70 in 7 or something like that, where she was decorating 7 items for 7 items a day for 10 days. So like that, I thought that was really cool too. Once I have a bit of a mass make stash build up, I can do that, but right now I definitely don't have that. I am still at the beginning, you guys. Like, I've just been working on one journal at a time, and just now with this with the brain fart, with the little golden books, am I realizing that I'm actually doing a little bit of a mask make, and it's cool, but I'm also realizing that I'm very low on ready-made pockets and ready-made things. So that's why I decided to do some mask makes for a little bit. Envelopes, I have lots. But I really need the pockets and the tags. Why is this not wanting to go? I think I just cut a piece off the card off. Yeah. I couldn't find the edge. So did you see my video yesterday with the treasures, with all the lace that I found? So between everything that I already had, I have to make some shabby chic journals so that I get to use some of the lace for a little bit. And I also asked yesterday about which one would be better to sell journals at. Would that be Etsy or would that be Ko-fi? I like Ko-fi. I like the idea, but there's no, like, you can't browse through Ko-fi. So that's why I'm thinking Etsy would be better. Or would you post them in both? But then it gets confusing if someone buys one and there's only one available and you have, like, you've already sold it somewhere else. So I'm curious, like, I want to know, because I really, really want to do that. I can't keep all the journals that I'm making. Let's put it that way. I think this one I am going to, for these, I'm just going to fold it over. See if that works. Yes, that works very nicely. Okay, so fold it over. It's much easier when you have the thinner paper. Like, this is very, very thin paper. Whereas the paper that I print on for the digitals is 28-pound paper. It's not the thinnest. But this goes very nicely. Super quick, actually. Huh, way easier than with the scissors. So my coworker who bought the journals from me, which I'm still flabbergasted by that, she's going to a journaling workshop, and she was going to advertise the journals for me. That's what she bought them for, so that's kind of cool. And I know, like, here in Brandon, we have lots of craft sales and stuff too. So yeah, I just don't know how I want to do this. If I want to just list them on Etsy, or if I want to make some simple ones for the craft sales, and then the more elaborate ones for Etsy, because I don't know if people see the value at the craft sale of the journals. Like, they don't necessarily see how much time there is gone in there. when you're selling it online, like, people have usually seen the work that goes into it. Wouldn't that be the case? Oh, and I did find another Sears and Roebuck catalog the other day too, but I left it. I didn't need another one, so I just left it alone. All right, I am going to continue doing this, but we're already at an hour, so I don't want to bore you any longer. If you've made it all the way to this spot, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see what kind of mask make am I going to do next. I have a few more days left of the 100-day project, and I think for the next little while, I want to, for the next few days at least, I want to do a little bit of mask make, because I just need the ephemera. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day, and we'll see you tomorrow.